And you know, we go through this every June because Negroes, y'all just don't really be paying attention. We just talked about the RICO case, right? We just went over how what you put on the internet. And before the RICO case, remember the boys was out there with them heaters and all that. And come to find out the sheriffs or the county or whoever was peeping the internet and their posts when they came because they had warrants and whatnot, and they picked them up. What you put on the internet now, when we tell you that immigrants come here and they're afraid of Negroes, why is that? Because of the media. That we didn't come up through social media. Do you understand? The media, the stories that they put out here about us that are negative, they make it all the way overseas, everywhere in the Caribbean. That's why we had 2 Jamaican women tell us they couldn't date us because we were black. You understand? When y'all call them African booty scratchers, they remember that as kids and they be mad now as adults. And that's the point. That's the point. But let's say you don't know any black people in person, right? But Dave Chappelle comes up, or whatever on a major news network, or even on our platforms, and all they read through the comments is what looks like hate speech. What looks like, because everything that they're interpreting, they're not understanding the bug breaking, they're not understanding the emasculation, they're not understanding the gay agent, they're not understanding the atrazine in the water, they're not understanding any of that. All they're reading it is from an outsider's perspective. Black people hate gay people. So when a black person kills a transgender woman who didn't announce that she wasn't naturally born, the assumption is that it's impossible that he panicked or whatever, he was freaked out. It was just that Negroes are inherently diametrically opposed to homosexuality to the point of cheering for their death. Because we don't just mean the nation of Negroes here, we mean the ones overseas too. Because Africans will tell you, some African nations, the leadership is calling for the kill of them. The killing. You know what I mean? The Jamaicans, they're notorious for it. Talk about, you Bati boy, you can't got no place. You know what I mean? Like, y'all are really out here cheering for these people's death. And then our friends, y'all want to talk trash about dudes on the download not coming out. Like, why would you? Y'all are so simple. It's like, do you have a black mom? Like, maybe you were the only one that grew up with a black mom. Like, our mama, hey, I'm not gonna be mad if you tell me this. You stupid. And then 9 times out of 10, we never got in trouble. We never got in trouble for telling the truth. It was what the truth was that got us in trouble. Versus that, just if we just told the truth up front, we've been good. A lot of times, we had to learn that out the hard way, that doesn't translate into modern relationships with grown-ups, because the truth gets you. That's not the point, though. The point is that every little thing, Lil Nas X, the man in the dress, blah, blah, then y'all were picking and choosing them, because Jamie Foxx is still here, and he wore a dress for a couple seasons, but, and that was on a black show, too. But, they were working for it, and you got to go along to get along. It gets sloppy so many times in so many spaces because y'all gatekeep it so much, and we forget who's been approved and got the nod and who did it. So, you know what I mean? Like, y'all be flip-flopping, but the meat of it is, friends, this is what it is. There's some things that you probably shouldn't say out loud. Black identity extremists are getting arrested for posts online, whereas these people, the dude who shut up in Buffalo, Peyton, that's Gundun, we'll type it up in whatever. He made posts about killing black people, and nobody thought that meant anything. The kid in Uvalde, same thing. Like, they made posts and nobody checked on them, but a black identity extremist, someone they identified with that gun. Oh yeah, gun control. The regulations is anyone that they deem as a threat. So if you've been sitting here posting on social media that gay people need to be
REX